Hey everybody, Graz again. Gonna be another quick video. This is my page count update through week 2 of June. In case you're wondering, and I haven't killed you with the inundation of me talking about it every video. I'm reading 260 pages per day on average in June to benefit, hopefully, the Epilepsy Foundation of America. Trying to earn $500 for them. So, and I'm just going to give you my update through week 2. So, last time I did through the 4th, which was last Sunday. So this time I'll go the 5th through the 11th, and then give you an overall average so far, which I'm actually pretty happy and impressed with how I'm doing. So on the 5th, now remember I said on average. So as long as I average the month at higher than 260 pages a day, it's okay if I have a few days that are under that. So on the 5th, Monday, I read 245 pages. On the 6th, Tuesday, at that point, nope, sorry, excuse me, I had 370 pages. Not bad. On the 7th, which was Wednesday, I read 227 pages. Didn't really feel like reading that day. Still did 227, so. On Thursday, the 8th, 291 pages. Friday the 9th, 287 pages. Saturday the 10th was my big day of the year, or of the month so far, not year, but of the month. I read 478 pages. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then yesterday, which was Sunday the 11th, I read 247 pages. If you take all of that and add it through, or add it with the first 4 days, so June 1st through June 11th, I've read 3,370 pages. You divide that by 11, and I'm averaging 306.4 pages per day through 11 days. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, the last time I was here, I kind of mentioned that I was doing the timer method for a 24-hour reading challenge. I did, because the first time I did a 24-hour reading challenge, I tried to do straight 24 hours with sleep and everything added in, and I got 580 pages in that day. So I thought, well, let's try where you only run the timer when you're reading. And I did that, and in 24 hours, I actually read 2,300 pages. And that was an average of just over 95 pages per hour. So that's pretty solid. I read relatively quick. I'm really happy with the fact that I'm 11 days into June and I'm still over the 300 mark. So, but I just wanted to give you an update. Again, donate or share my GoFundMe, please. It'll be in the description below. 100% of what you donate goes to the foundation. So I don't know. I saw a thing online about it at the end of May, and I was just inspired to try and help. So hopefully I can inspire somebody else out there to help in some way. So I've also finished 10 books so far this month. I know I didn't do a TBR, and I'm not going to at this point because it's late, but I will tell you the 10 books that I have finished so far. Not in the order that I finished them. I finished Epitaph by Mary Doria Russell. That was my brick this month, 500 pages or more. It's about the OK Corral, and supposedly the true story. I don't think anybody really knows the true story, except for the few that lived through it. And I mean, like, the cowboys, like the actual people that lived through it, not the so-called witnesses. I also finished Sunshine by Robin McKinley. That was my vampire book. Didn't like that. I like vampires. I mean, who doesn't really? But I'm not a big fan of magic systems, really. And this was like, it had vampires as a side story. So, I finished No Mistress of Mine by Laura Lee Gerke, which was my bodice ripper. And through my rating system, which I'm not going to tell you about, I'm not going to tell you the ratings yet, that was the best bodice ripper of the year so far. I read Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones, which was my werewolf book. Stephen Graham Jones is hit or miss for me. I mean, I've read 2 of his books. I was okay with The Only Good Indians, and I was less than okay with Mongrels. So I'll keep trying because he's really popular. Maybe I'll read the Chainsaw book next. Who knows? Then I finished Mystery of the Blue Train by Agatha Christie. Obviously, that's the Agatha Christie of the month, and I'm proud of myself because this is the first Agatha Christie book that I've read out of 9 or so where I guessed who the actual killer was, or thief, or whatever, before it was revealed. It's the first time it's happened. I don't know if I'm catching on to her patterns, or if she didn't write this one as well, or if I just got lucky. But I figured this one out, and I'm pretty proud of that, because she's usually smarter than I am. Then I finished Cadaver, book 1 by Nick Clausen. It's a start of the zombie apocalypse, and it loses marks because it is clearly the first book in a series, which I guess I get, but books should stand alone at their own rate too. Because it kind of feels to me that if you're not wrapping it up in some small way and it's just one big huge, like, okay, I get if you're writing a series and okay, well, they finished with this situation and they're still walking or whatever. That's a cliffhanger that you can get behind. But somebody jumping off a building and then before he hits the ground, the book ends. That's just leaving a cliffhanger in to get you to buy the next book. And if the writing's good enough, you shouldn't have to do that. So, yeah. Anyway, so I finished that. And then the next 3 books were from my 1975 project. Dragon Wings by Lawrence Yep. Very fascinating look at early 20th century America through the eyes of Chinese immigrants. They don't even call themselves Chinese. They don't even call it China. At least back then they didn't. It's really weird. Then Do Black Patent Leather Shoes Really Reflect Up by John R. Powers. Hilarious. Funniest book I've ever read, really. I mean, I was laughing out loud so much. It's great. I'll talk about that on its own, maybe. And then Disturbing the Peace by Richard Yates, which I feel is just wildly brilliant. I mean, he documents the descent of this poor dude into madness very well. But anyway, that's my update so far through June 11th. And those are the books that I've finished. Don't forget the Hyperion buddy read. So far it is myself, Tad at Tad Reads Books and Stuff, and Kim at The Paper Traveler. Anybody else that wants to join can. I got a big announcement coming the 14th of June, Wednesday the 14th, so look out for that. And I think that's all I have for you today. Yep, that's it. So I would like to say thank you to the Grosmother, the daughter, AJ, and the daughter's boyfriend they went down to North Carolina for the boyfriend's graduation and brought him back home up here, and they stopped in the Smoky Mountains and got me this Africa rock, which is very heavy and it's very crumbly, but it's awesome, and it's gonna go somewhere special. So I'd like to thank them for that, and I'd like to congratulate Billy Joe Russell on graduating high school, and his brother, Theron Jr. So congratulations, boys. It only gets worse from here. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. If any of these books sounded fun, let me know. I can talk about them. Don't think I forgot. Somebody asked, kind of wanted to know what I thought of Swan Song last month, and I haven't forgotten that. I had a really beautiful review written on that. I hadn't printed it out yet because my printer messed up, and then my computer messed up, and when it all stopped, the review wasn't even in the salvageable files or any of that, so it's just gone. So I kind of got discouraged. I'll get back to it though. But if you want to hear about any of these, let me know, and I will be back, like I said, on the 14th with an announcement, and then I'll see you later, and hope you like this really awesome encyclopedia that I've got sitting here. But until then, keep turning the pages and read more.